Welcome to Workshop Wednesday, come on in. At the Rural Report, let the prepping begin. We'll teach you the skills you need to survive. Join our community, let's thrive and thrive. Gather round, don't be shy. Welcome to Workshop Wednesday, come on in. At the Rural Report, let the prepping begin. We'll teach you the skills you need to survive. Join our community, let's thrive and thrive. Gather round, don't be shy. Welcome to Workshop Wednesday, come on in. At the Rural Report, let the prepping begin. We'll teach you the skills you need to survive. Join our community, let's thrive and thrive. Gather round, don't be shy.
And we are live. But again, that's what we're going to pretend because it's on the internet and it must be true. And the secret little thing that is right here for me to see that you cannot see tells me so. So we're just going to roll with it. Welcome everybody to another Workshop Wednesday, a 1-hour live stream Q&A style-ish show here where all the beautiful, brilliant, smart, good-looking, amazing, wonderful people get together in the chat room, and we just see where it all takes us. This goes 100% by the chat, so if you are lurking, good luck. Hopefully everybody in the chat will go through, but do not be shy. Just come in and say hi. This is the greatest bunch of people that there is in the 9 o'clock Eastern Standard Time slot for YouTube. So let's go through and see who is all here in our roll call, which we have Texas Raider kicking things off on my end with a 308 by 308. Welcome in, Texas Raider. Grit and Grace is here. Hello, Grit and Grace. Great to see you here. Glenn Anderson's following right up, saying good evening. KP, what is going on? You've been putting out really good stuff. And Grit and Grace, I've been watching the animals. You got some wonderful little cows. The Prepared Irishman saying good evening to everybody. Well, good evening to you, my friend. Man, you guys got in here because Texas came in at 6:15. Good. Wow. Billy is here. Hello, Billy. It is so wonderful. I enjoy your lives. I try and get them. You guys do those morning live streams, and I apologize. I am working, but I would much rather be in your guys' chat room than doing meetings and things. So who else do we got? Man, Tuck is here. How are you? Very good question, Tuck. I am doing well. Hopefully everybody else is similar to me or better. OBP, big announcement coming Friday, allegedly. I will confirm that. So yes, there is definitely a pretty nice announcement that's going to come sometime on Friday. And I will even top it up and follow that and say that big announcement has something to do, allegedly, with this upcoming Sunday. So stay tuned for things about that. Kane is here. Kane Corsa saying good evening to everybody. I watched your video. Very, very good video. That build's coming along. Who else do we got in here? Everybody is saying hello to each other. Scott Hummer is here saying hello. Hello back to you, my friend. Thank you for all that you do, Scott. You are in so many different chat rooms, welcoming each and every person in by name. So thank you for that. I want to make sure that does not go unnoticed. Speaking of legends himself, the Orlando Prepper. What is up? I see all the cool kids are here. That is absolutely true. And I got your shirt. I was actually going to put it on, and I forgot that it is in the other room over there. But I wanted to let you know I did get it. So keep on the lookout. I will be modeling that very, very soon. Tammy Joe is here saying hi to everybody. What is going on, Miss Tammy Joe? And Gen X Gemini. What's going on, peeps? Been watching a lot of your stuff too. I love your little walk and talks. They're great videos. Great videos. Let's see. See, that's what I was talking about right there, Scott. Scott's just going through and just saying hello. I absolutely love it. Heaven's Fire is here saying howdy to everybody. Howdy to you too, ma'am. Who else do we got? Oh, Amy, the whole Leonard Mountain Homestead. Hello, you are another one. You welcome everybody in. So happy to have you here. Moonsprouts here saying hey to everybody. Let's see who else do we got. Troy is here, brother Troy, telling everybody that they are great folks. That is absolutely true. Absolutely true. Let's see who else do we got. Did I see Doug is here? Good evening, my friend. Happy to have you here in the chat and joining us. Who else do we got? See, that's what I love. Right there. Let me scroll back here. Saying hi, saying hello, saying hello. Again. I love it. Just everybody's good. That's right. Smash that like button. Thank you so much. Who else do we got? We got the bearded wonder, Mr. Leonard Mountain Homestead. Welcome on in, my friend. Lynn Stalker's here saying hi and hope everybody is doing well. I hope so too. Let's see. Bobby is here. Good evening. Hello. How are you? Great for you to join us. Who else do we got? And the famous sup from Chris. Let's see if we can get down to the bottom. Oh, did I? Oh, JS Genesis coming in with a shalom. I almost scrolled past you. My apologies, my friend. Rip Curl is here. What's going on, Rip Curl? Great to have you in the chat as well. Bam, Tuck is really going through. You guys got long memories to be able to go through. I have trouble doing that stuff. Fuzzy Adventures and More is here. Hello and welcome on in. Who else do we got? That's right. I am glad I got it too. I even opened it up in the post office because even the mailman was curious on what I got. So he was one of the first ones to see it out of the package. So let's see. Hudson have a live note. They had it yesterday. They had a, what would they call it? A early edition. We All Gonna Die Wednesday. They had it yesterday and it threw me off. It really did. Let's see. Summer break is what is going on. Absolutely. That is true. That is true. The little rural is definitely enjoying his summer break. Kind of curious on what everybody is doing on your summer break. Let me know. KP shaved off the beard. There we go. Man, let's see. Dun, dun, dun. Look at that. Look at that. Saying hello to everybody. I absolutely love seeing it. One of the greatest ones. Hi, everyone I missed. I was in Top Chat. That is right. Top Chat is for the uninformed. Make sure that you switch over any live stream you go to, all chat. So that way you see everybody. Oh, there we go. Ghosty's here. Ghost Lincoln is saying, what's up to all you awesome people? So great to have you here, my brother. It is wonderful to have you. Let's see. My exciting plans work. Yes. Yes. All right. So I think I have caught up and it only took me 9 minutes to get there. That is okay. That's what we wanted. All right. So we are, again, completely all done by chat. So any questions, comments, concerns, topics, anything that you would like to discuss, bring it up into the chat room. We will go through and try and get to as many as possible. Normally we get to every single person, so we'll see how everything goes. I know chat went a little wild last week and I was running a little bit behind, so I do apologize. I'm trying my best to keep up, but we will see how everything goes for tonight. We should have no shortage of things to talk about because there has been a lot of things going on all over the place, whether it's here domestically or whether it is abroad. There's a lot going on. Sister Marie's Kitchen 5x5, followed by the thumbs up and the heart. Man, I feel special. Wonderful to have you here, Sister Marie. Let's see. I have a question. What's the big announcement? You have to wait until Friday. That's what it is. Didn't go live today due to being away from the house. I missed talking with you all. That's right. That's right. I was looking for you too. Got home, did a few things, and then went to sit down. And I have a lot of these people written down, and I was like, oh, Amy's going to be on, and I went to go look, and Amy was not, and then Hudson Valley was not, and my whole Wednesday was just thrown off. So 8.6 by 71. There you go. Absolutely. Rip Curl said I went to the range this morning to test fire some new projectile firearms, and they all did great, except some hard primers, but the 300 blackout, let's see, ran perfectly and was quiet. Yeah, nice. Very nice. Well, there you go, Rip Curl. That is awesome. Did you video it? Is there going to be a video about it? The original blue wrenches here is coming in with a Chuck Norris by Chuck Norris. And for anybody who is without blue wrench, you might be a little confused by that. Most of you already know what that means. So we'll move past that. Again, if you are new, if you do not have a blue wrench, all you have to do is come back and participate in the chat. It's not that hard. Just say hello to a couple of folks. Keep the shenanigans to a minimum, because the blue wrenches are ninjas. They will sneak up behind you and use that thing, and they do a really good job for me. So I don't have to do a whole lot, but we are here to have fun, right? It's okay to come in and state your opinion. You will not be attacked about it, as long as you're being adult, right? Don't come in and start name calling and dropping a bunch of junk. We don't tolerate that here. But it's okay to have difference of opinions. That's what makes us who we are, right? I'm sure that right now I'm wearing a black t-shirt. You're probably wearing blue, white, pink, or no shirt at all. And that's your prerogative, right? So it's okay to be different. Who else do we got? Who else? Let's see. Bum, bum, bum. Oh, see? Everybody's already starting to do all this, the talking and the questions. And that's right. Amy is one of the great ones. She comes in and she starts dropping links left and right. Thank you so much, Amy. If you have a blue wrench and you have a channel, by all means, share your channel. This is all about networking. That's one of the things that I do absolutely love when it comes to not only our channel, but the prepping community as a whole. It's not I'm better than you. It's we are better together. So I love networking. That's right. Sanctioned shenanigans. You tell them, Ghost. You tell them, buddy. Who else do we got? That's right. Share Ghosty out. I took the weekend off from prepping, had a rest at the Chateau de Hospital. Oh, okay. Well, I'm glad that you put it out into a comical way, Tuck, because that lets me know that you should be okay. So prayers for you. Not entirely sure what happened, but glad it looks like you are doing okay. So, but I like shenanigans. I do too, OVP. Absolutely. And you should probably know better than most people, right? I was perfectly gassed using the H2 buffer weight. There will be videos coming soon as parts come in. Ooh, just a function test. Nice. That's right. That's right. Thank you, Gen X. Wee little shenanigans, right? We save the big ones for later. Save the big ones for later. 300 blackout sub and 45 ACP, dead quiet, suppressed. Man, you're making me jealous. Making me jealous. Monday, 8, all phones, city offices here in Texas. What is that? Is that Cleburne? Cleburne, Texas went offline for 6 hours. Possible hack. Who knows? That's interesting, Glenn. I didn't hear a thing about that. That's weird. That's good to know. That's very good to know. Man, I'll have to look into that. Hold on. Thought clothing was optional. Hey, it is. It is. It absolutely is. I'm wearing bedtime shorts because it's a little hot here in the great state of Ohio. I will not be standing up because they're a little shorter than what I normally wear out in public. But yeah, absolutely right. Hashtag no pants. I'm all for it. Absolutely. Who else do we got there? Thank you so much for sharing out the channels. Thank you. Thank you. That's right. Heaven's Fire has a wonderful channel. I've been watching a lot on the bunny rabbits. Oh, kidney stones. Oh, I'm so sorry, man. So sorry. Oh, and there's a problem to have. Be right back. Got a skunk in the chicken coop. Oopsies. That's yeah, that's right. And OVP knows nothing. Ooh, That's right. Heaven's Fire got some merch. Awesome. Awesome. Everybody getting stuff. That's right. Who makes up the commission to approve the shenanigans? I tell you what, I'll let you know on Friday. How about that? As far as tonight, it's a collective. You can say the shenanigans in the chat, and you blue wrenches can have at it. How about that? Next time you pass kidney stones, drink beer. It helps pass them along. Hey, I mean, if it works, right? Who wears short shorts? Apparently, rural does, right? Let's see. That's right. Yeah, yeah. That's pretty much it. That's pretty much it. It is my sleeping shorts because right after this, it's been a long week for rural. He's going straight to bed. I had a whole bunch of things on my list to get done, and I'm taking the night off. So at 10:01, the only thing I'm going to see is the back of my eyelids. I'm dressed and ready for bed. So that's right. There are really good folks in here, and Amy is here too. Troy said it, not me, but yeah, Amy is great, as well as everybody. That's right. CJ, hello, the preparing prepper. Great to see you here. And Paul Meadow, paratrooper, has stopped on in saying, "What's up to everybody?" Clothing optional is way too much info. It is. But you know the great thing, I am keeping it to where you would never know about me, and I can't see you. So we're just going to go on that the world is still spinning and everything's just completely fine. Let's see, who else do we got? Have I hit everything? I think I'm getting close to the bottom. Thank you so much. Let's see. That short I posted last night just passed 22K. Wow, Paul Meadow. Look at you, man. That is awesome. 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 That's right. Share the channel out. Yes. Allergic to beer. Guess better drink lots of water. Yes. Yeah. Water definitely helps. Definitely helps. I have been privileged. I've never had kidney stones. God willing, I never will, but I know a lot of personal people that have. So that's right. That is awesome. Very awesome. Emerald, man, what is going on? Emerald Coast stacking. Evening, ladies and gents. It's the end of the world, and I feel fine. That's right. That's what prepping should be. I get the reference, but yeah, we are trying to prepare the best that we possibly can, so that way, if the end of the world as we know it suddenly does strike, you know, if it becomes 0 hour, then you know we are going to feel okay. Yeah, there's probably going to be scary times. You might feel a little overwhelmed here and there, but you know we're trying to prepare for it. So, but it is great to have you here, Emerald. Let's see. Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Let's see. Ooh, saline IV the whole time, man. But it seems like everything's going good for you. So hopefully you are doing very, very well. That's right. Look at that right there. Emerald is already coming out with the really good advice. Scoop up that constitutional silver. I tell you right now, precious metals are going way, way up. I unfortunately missed Silver Ocean's last online auction because he, for whatever reason, picked to do it right during bug out weekend. So I'm looking forward to it this time around. But the only thing is, silver is up. What was it? It's not today, Tuesday. It went up 5% in a day. That's ridiculous. It's sneaking up. If it keeps going, maybe by the end of the week, you might see $36 an ounce silver, and that's huge. So, yes. Let's see. It's right. Good evening. Something bit me. It wasn't me. It definitely wasn't me. You sure it wasn't the missus? Good point, Sister Marie. Very well. Very well. Yes. 34.62. I knew you'd be on it. That's right. We're sneaking up on 35. We could see 35, 36 very, very soon. So it'd be definitely interesting to see. And everything's up. Gold's up, platinum, palladium, rhodium, all of it's sneaking up. So Mrs. Rural is on the wall behind me that she has snuck in and waved hi to everybody. So I'm sure she is probably finished with her late night snack and probably getting ready for bed. So let's see. I caught it sending you a picture. Check your phone. Oh, goodness. Yep, here it comes. that's that's shenanigans. Um, yeah, I'm not sharing that. I have just let's see, met my medal goals. Now I'm going to focus on stacking cash in denominations of 5, 10, and 20s. I'm doing something very, very similar. I'm actually almost at my goal number one for cash. And then I have a little bit more into the precious metals that I want to get to. My goal for all those was actually by the end of the year. So I'm way ahead of schedule, which is awesome because hopefully it'll help me do some more like Christmas fund and birthday funds and things like that. So, oh, I apologize. Mrs. Earl has already beat me to bed. So the only thing not going up is my checking account. Yeah, same here. Same here. My savings account is that's only because I don't touch my savings account, but yeah, my poor checking account just seems to go down and down and down. So that's right. And OVP is laughing all the way. I am back. The skunk is gone. Hey, I'm glad that you got back and the skunk didn't get you. So awesome work, JS. Looking out for the chickens. Good job. Good job. That's the plan. Yes, that is the plan. The only thing I've been able to stack is canned and dry goods, and there's nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with that. And that's where it comes in that we were just talking about. Everybody is different, right? Maybe you have no intentions of let's see, let's back it up. Maybe you have no intentions of stacking any sort of precious metals, and that's completely fine in your prerogative. That's what you want to do is stack food, stack food. If you want to stack water, stack water. You want to stack medical, you want to stack clothing or whatever it is. You do you, right? You have to make your preps and your plan and your skills and your supplies and your people that you surround yourself. You have to do you. Okay. No matter whether you listen to me or OVP or Vision or Hudson Valley or the Orlando Prepper, it doesn't matter. We try and give you advice. You take it for what it's worth because not every video is going to be built specifically for you. If I'm doing a video about water and you've got your water pretty much solved, perfect, right? It's no big deal. There's others out there that need that information. But all you've got to do is do your research, take in what you can from any video that you watch from any one of us, and apply it to your life as best as you can. You never know what video is going to spark something or remind you of something or anything along those lines. Take what you can, use what you can out of it, and just keep marching forward to make it the best for you. So let's see who else. Oh man, there's another one. JS Badger, my friend, my brother. It is wonderful to have you here. Still stinks for some reason. Great to see you, buddy. Great to see you. So what should people be doing in preparing? And we just talked about that. I just apparently read Sister Marie's mind. You should be taking a look at yourself, taking that soul searching, complete honesty, look in the mirror, do not lie to yourself and go, what is the thing that's going to take me or my family or those that I love and care about? What is the number one danger if SHTF was to hit right now? What is the one thing that I need to solve to keep myself and those that I love and care about alive? And if it's water, you've got your answer. Go focus on water. If it's food, if it's money, if it's, medical, clothing, whatever it is, find out number one, what is going to be your number one hurdle? What's going to be the thing that is the most dangerous? There's your answer. Focus on it. Once you've got it to where you are satisfied, go back to the mirror, look yourself in the eye and go, okay, problem solved. What's next? And keep going and keep going and do that every single day. And you'll never run out of preps, right? You'll keep going. A savings account wants that. Yeah, I used to be exactly like that. I would open up a savings account, and then something would come along and drain my savings account, and then I would get demoralized and close it. Thankfully, God has been good, and I have been blessed with a very good job. And so I have a certain percentage go directly to my savings account. And I chose not to get a paper monthly statement and things like that. So out of sight, out of mind, I leave my savings account alone. I know that I am blessed, and not everybody can do that. If you can, it's a great idea to have some of that put back into the bank, have that physical asset as well. Because remember, in SHTF, depending on what the situation is, um, power may be on, the internet may be on, but you may not be able to get to the bank, right? That the SHTF may happen at 2 a.m. and you don't have any way to get to a bank. Maybe you have internet go down. The ATMs aren't working, credit cards aren't working. Um, Maybe it's a financial collapse, maybe it's a bank run, whatever it is. So it's a good idea to not only have something in the bank just in case, because we want to prepare and plan for nothing to happen. That's one of the big things I think a lot of people miss. So we need to plan and prep for nothing to happen. In case something does, we need physical hard assets in our hand. We need to be able to hold it in your hand, so that way it's there, and it's real, and it's not going anywhere. So thank you so much for sharing that out. I got to make myself bigger there. There we go. Uh, Household income went down by 40% last October, and we're still keeping ahead of the bills. That is amazing. Wow, that is awesome. Absolutely awesome. I mean, not the first part. I hate to see anybody's income go down, especially 40%. That's huge. There's not a whole lot of people that could say that. So, um, hopefully, maybe that was planned on your guys' part. Maybe it was time to step back, or you got you put yourself into a financial things. Maybe everything's paid off, and the house is paid off, cards are paid off, and somebody could step back. So. Don't know the whole story, but hey, I like to hope for the best. So let's see. Oh, that's right. Left a prize. Only been planning those shenanigans for about 3 hours. I figured as much. Figured as much. Can I stack cupcakes? Probably not in this house. No, Mrs. Rural. Probably not. That's definitely the plan. I would like to have at least 3 months worth of food. Yeah, and that's where it goes, right? Start out small, do small attainable stuff. If you don't have 3 months, go through, do an inventory count, and then start going, all right, as of right now, I've got a week's worth of food. Perfect. What's your next goal? Don't do 3 months, do 2 weeks. Do a small little goal. Then once you achieve it, do a month. Double that 2 weeks, and keep going and keep going. Do small little ones, because when we do the big picture, sometimes they can get daunting, and we lose focus on different other things. Set your goals small and just work to them. Just take a bite, right? It's like taking a whole big pizza, and don't shove that whole thing in your mouth. Pick up a slice and let's go. So hopefully you get there, Emerald. Keep checking back in with us, letting us know how you are getting everything accomplished. Would definitely stack metals from platinum to aluminum. That's right, Tuck. Absolutely. That's right. That's right. See? Badger's coming in. Everybody saying hello to Badger. I'd love to stack metals, no funds. Yeah, little dry. Yeah, there we go. Right, right. Um, and everybody's financial thing's different. I watch on one person, they put out a video, and they showed all sorts of stuff they got in the mail. Amazing, a huge amount of precious metals. And then I look at somebody else, and they picked up a couple of knives. Somebody picked up a firearm. Somebody picked up whatever. Everybody has different priorities, different levels of funds, and different things like that. And I tell you what, if you want to stack some sort of precious metals, don't go for the high stuff. You can go through and you can stack things like aluminum or copper or things like that. Start out small, and it's still worth stuff, right? You can take and stack that stuff, get enough up, and then go in and trade with somebody, or trade at a coin shop and trade everything that you got and get a silver coin. then start over and do it again till you got 2 silver coins and 3 silver coins, and keep going. And then if you want, trade those silver coins in and get a gram of gold. There's different ways to get to that ultimate goal, whatever it is that you want to do. If you're having trouble goal setting, shoot me an email. I'd love to try and help you out. No guarantee, but I will definitely. That's right, Brass. Thank you. Let's see. Dun, dun, dun. Who else do we got? That's right. Make sure you are hitting that thumbs up. That's right. Prepare for the unprepared. Yeah, and that's a two-sided coin right there, Glenn. You got to prepare for the unprepared, because you're going to have the unprepared that freak out. You're going to have the unprepared, in the bad sense. They're going to use this to do bad things, or they're going to have to resort to bad things, or you're going to have to prepare for the unprepared that are good people, and they're not out to get you, right? It could be somebody that is a coworker or something along those lines, that they just need a little something, right? They're not there. They're not going to hurt you. They're not going to hurt anybody in your stuff. They're not going to come on your property and damage anything or steal or anything along those lines. But maybe they just need a day or two's worth of food and water. Maybe they're just passing through, and somebody got hurt and they just need a little medical attention, and they'll be gone and on their way. Sometimes we still have to try and have some sense of moral obligation, even during SHTF, because at least for me, and I get it, if you want to circle the wagons and if you're not in the inner circle, you get nothing. If that's what you want to do, that's completely up to you. There is no right or wrong, right? It's all very opinionated, and we pray that we never have to find out. For me, the only reason that in the back of my head that it's going to be a case-by-case basis of me helping anybody during some apocalyptic SHTF is because what happens if something happens to me and it's my wife and my kid? If they're passing by your camp and you are circle the wagons, don't let anybody in, screw off, all that. That's my wife and my kid. So I'm hoping that there's other people out there like me going, okay, you don't pose any threat. How can I help you a little bit? How can I give you a little bit of something? Or how can I bring you into my group? But again, that's my thinking. I'm sure we're all different. Let's see. Y'all don't be saying I can't afford to prep. Learn how to provide. Yes, that's right. And excuses. And I know that some people have very, very valid excuses, but there is those wills and those ways, right? I said this in Visions live stream. They were talking about the value of a person, and I put my story in. I know a guy that is bedridden, right? Absolutely bedridden. And he could, by all sorts of the means, I have no value. I can't do anything. I can't be a part of a mag. Nobody can depend on me. What am I going to do? I'm bedridden. But what did he do? The dude is super smart, reads all the time, watches stuff, is a huge source of information. But he started getting into gunsmithing. He is probably one of the most impressively accurate people that I have ever seen fire a firearm, as well as just immensely amazing with tooling and his hands to be able to break down, clean, repair all sorts of stuff to a firearm. Huge asset, monstrous asset, right? Is he going to run in and save somebody from a burning building? Probably not. But the man has like intrinsic value, okay? And it's one of those that you can either glance at him and sign him off, or you can get to know him and go, oh my goodness, I need to get a better relationship with you, right? So I get some people do. Some people have a disability, a medical condition, all sorts of different things. But if you want something bad enough, you will figure out a way, right? Let's see. 100% a tornado shelter. Nice. Or toilet paper. There you go. I work my preps in stages from the highest to the lowest of priority. Perfectly done. Perfectly done. I will add to that, Emerald. Um, just a word of advice is when you go through, if you are, uh, let's say that you're organized to where you have a list of the things that you want to get accomplished and buy and things like that. Um, there's a lot of people that do the highest or they start out the lowest so they can build, right? They want the most bang for their dollar, so they'll start out the low, cheap stuff and then they work their way up. A lot of people do that right there too, is the highest priority. Always be on the lookout for the sales, the clearances, the once in a lifetime good deals and things like that. Don't lose focus on I'm out to get food and water, but all of a sudden there's a huge thing on medical, right? Always keep your eyes open because you never know what's just on the other, what's around the corner, what's down the next aisle that could be absolutely huge, right? So, but very good point, Emerald. Eat half as much now and put the other up as a prep. And I've seen a lot of people do that right there as a weight loss thing, right? I personally believe, and I get beat up all the time for this. I personally believe you can eat pretty much whatever you want within reason. Right? You probably shouldn't go on the chocolate cake diet, eating nothing but chocolate cake for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. But as long as you're eating, eggs and bacon or cereal, whatever, in the morning, and followed by some lunch and some dinner, it's all about proportion. So to slam an entire large pizza and call that dinner or lunch or whatever, probably not the best of ideas. But do your best to dial it back and not by a huge amount. Just take one slice of pizza out. Next time, take two slices, and keep dialing it back just a little at a time. You'll find that perfect spot, and then you can start doing that, right? Instead of opening up 3 cans of SpaghettiOs, uh, you know, try 2.5 or something. And then before you know it, you're down to, wherever it is that you're comfortable and you're saving a lot more. So, hey, it's each your own. Each your own. Today I bought a new in-box camp stove for $13. Now I have enough that I can loan one to a neighbor this hurricane season. That is awesome. That is awesome. That's good on you, Tuck. That's an amazing deal, by the way. That's right. That is right. It's only emergency if you're not prepared. Yeah. Yeah. Well, and it's an emergency if you are prepared, but yeah, I get exactly what you're saying, Glenn. Um, and that's what it is, right? To have that go bag, to have the stuff for the 2 a.m. phone call, your niece or nephew was in a car accident, or your brother or sister's having a baby, or whatever it is. Instead of running around trying to figure things out, you can literally throw on a pair of shoes, reach down, grab your go bag, and out the door you go. It's got the things that you need. It's got a bottle of water. It's got $20 in cash. It's got a phone charger. It's got fresh socks and things like that. To have those things ahead of time, that if whatever happens, you're good, right? To have that 1 a.m. knock at your door because your neighbor's house is on fire, or maybe yours caught on fire. Maybe there's a lightning strike, hit a tree, and the neighbor just happened to be driving by, and the tree, 5 feet from your house is on fire. Instead of running around trying to figure things out, you can reach down and grab a bag and go. Let's see who else. Oh, Faith. Grumpy, I miss you. I hope that everything is going well. I know you things are getting close for you. You still have to come on. I still want to interview you, but hopefully you're going to be putting out more content. Let's see. SHTF can be personal, not just country or global. Amen. Death in the family, job loss, car troubles, house troubles. There's a lot of people out there. If you start looking at statistics, an overwhelming of people do not have a power backup system. They do not have a generator of some sort. They don't have solar, gas, dual fuel, whatever. They have nothing. When the lights go out, they have no backup power source. There is a huge amount of people that do not have at least 3 days of food and water. There is a huge amount of people that do not know how to do mouth-to-mouth CPR, or the Heimlich maneuver, or things like that, or simple stop the bleed and whatever. There is a lot of people that are unprepared for things. And so to have something that you are prepared for, always try and keep that open mind that there's others out there that are not. They don't have enough food and water. If their child gets sick or injured, that they don't know how to deal with it. They may be doing it well now. They have a big fancy house, a big fancy car, big screen TV, cable internet, plenty of food and all this other stuff. But they are one death in the family or one sickness or something like that from losing it all. So, yeah, definitely. It can be personal. It wasn't planned, but it was prepped for. Good job. Good job. Prep for something as simple as missing a day of work to power off for a year. Nothing happens. You're still ahead of the game. Absolutely. Absolutely. I was talking with somebody 6-8 months ago, and they asked me to help them kind of come up with a plan. And we went through and we started into a thing of paying the minimum of everything that we possibly can and saving the rest. And then we started getting ahead on bills. We started paying $5 extra on whatever the bill was, $10 extra, getting ahead on all the credit cards and all that other stuff. And so far, everything seems to be going really, really well. They were able to pay their electric bill. And I think the last time we talked, they overpaid by like $75, for next month. So right now their electric bill is minus $75. So super proud of them. Super proud of them. Let's see. Most of mine are precious metals, brass. Yeah, that there's nothing wrong with that, right? Nothing wrong with that. Thank you for sharing face channel right out. We always love to support our youth, and Faith is a wonderful, wonderful human being. Let's see. We are 16 more followers away from the 100 follower on the channel now. Awesome. Hopefully tonight you will have, if not the 16, you will be closer to that magical 100 milestone. So hope you get it. And I'm going to go ahead and say congratulations, because you will probably hit it, if not tonight, very, very soon. So that's right. Thank you so much. Let's see. Roll should hand out free silver for a silver stacking starter kit. I am stacking silver for a few things. We will be doing our fundraiser later this year. It's sneaking up on me awfully fast. We'll be talking about that as time goes on. And then also maybe for one or two other giveaways. But I've got a few things stashed away. Don't worry, I'm planning, right? I'm starting to get prepared for things. Let's see, a bit at a time, and before you know it, you're at month 12. Yeah. Yes, yes, yes. Caution, if you're stacking, be sure to know how to use it. Yes. Yeah. Well, and that goes with anything, Badger, right? Don't get a certain medical device if you don't know how to use it. Don't get rice and not know how to cook it. I've seen people go through and they're like, okay, I'm going to be a prepper. I'm going to stack flour, rice, sugar, all this other stuff. And then you're like, okay, make me some rice over an open fire outside. And they are surprised that they cannot make it, right? Your preps, make sure that if you lose power, do you know how to cook each and everything? And not just oh well, I've got a Coleman little fire stove, or I've got the barbecue grill. That's great. Okay, hopefully that's good and that'll last for a little while. But there's a lot of people that don't understand how to not only start the fire, but to cook various things over an open fire, right? Sometimes, especially if you're new to it, to be able to control the temperature and to control, the heat and different things like that, of how long do I keep it? How do I control the flames? What do I cook over? Do I need to cook over flame or hot coal, and things like that? Make sure you use and you practice your preps. Oh, example, because I have been preparing, I have been able to go this year without an income due to a work injury. Ouchies. Well, one, been able to go an entire year without income. That is something I can't do right now. I'm working towards it, and I'm getting closer by the each paycheck. But hats off to you. That is amazing. Sorry to hear about the work injury. Hopefully you are healing up. When I saw you at Bug Out Weekend, you looked like you was pretty peppy and alive and doing fun things and good spirits. So hopefully everything is healing up for you as well. I have some wood nickels. I do too. I do. I really do. So you never know. They still may be coming useful, right? Lowered the rafters so I when I stack to the rafters faster. That's not a bad idea. It's not a bad idea, And sometimes it's what you gotta do, right? You gotta close that down so that way you can achieve that goal. Once you hit the rafter, you can always lift the rafter up a little bit and keep on going, right? And I'm telling you, I can't put a piece of paper into that. When it says stack to the rafters, I've literally got stuff on the shelf touching the ceiling. So you can still prep, try the dollar store, yard sales, thrift stores. I'm going to throw in flea markets, go into other prepping channels, watch out for giveaways or contests or things like that. Go look at different free stuff. Go to, while you're traveling to somebody's house for the holidays, stop off at the roadside rest and grab a map. Go into the library. If you still have a library card, go in the library, find some books in there, make some copies of some stuff. There's all sorts of stuff that you can do for free or relatively cheap. Go into a place and start printing out things. See if you can get somebody to laminate it, or go on somewhere and buy a cheap lamination machine. Start making a binder of different things. There's all sorts of stuff out there. Let's see, read some books and then went out into the yard and ate some plants that God planted. That is a prep that takes up zero storage space except for right here. I, because I don't trust my memory on something like foraging, and I am really trying hard to learn foraging. I have been making a binder for my local area of identifying and doing different things when it comes to the plants and things like that. Because it's like certain things. All it takes is being really hungry, and all of a sudden you're like, "Is that red or is that red-ish?" Because one's good and one's bad. If you're hungry, you may make a mistake. So you'd be surprised what you can find at the yard sale for under $1. Yeah, I have found amazing deals. Learn to be a producer, not a consumer. Grow and raise your own. Homesteading is prepping. It is. It absolutely is. And I tell you too, one of the really fun stories that I got to hear was there's a person that they're in an apartment, suburb-ish. They're not downtown, but they're in an apartment. And they don't have the financial means, right? They have a decent job, but they don't have one of those. Well, what they did is they actually found somebody in, I think, a prepping chat room or whatever. They found out that they lived close to each other. They got in contact personally, found out that they're, whatever it is, a half hour, 45-minute drive from each other. And then what they did is they started going out there and helping. And in return for helping, they gave them things. So they would come out and help with the chickens and help with some of the fruits and vegetables or whatever that's growing. And every time that they left with eggs. They left with apples. They left with freshly butchered chicken and things like that. Learn to network. You can use it as an excuse. Well, I live on a third story of an apartment building. I can't prep. Guess what? They found a way. Can you? Maybe not. But there's a way, right? It's somebody just proved that you can find a way. Maybe there's a different way. But keep on. You just gotta keep on going. That's right, thrift store for sure. Today got a few things. Awesome, Tuck. Bought a dehydrator at an estate sale for cheap. Well, welcome on in, eh? I feel like Canadian saying that. Let's see. Dun, dun, dun. See, everybody's saying hello to A. Prepping tomorrow, local from the farm store has Hornaday 17 HMR for 8, a box of 50, limit 10. Sounds about right. Yeah. Go in there and buy that, and then put on a hat and sunglasses and go back through the line, and just keep on going, right? Living proof you can eat whatever you want and not get fat. You just have to burn more calories than you can consume. Yeah, and I get it. We're all built different, right? Some people can eat whatever they want and not get fat. Me, if I even think about chocolate cake, I already gained a pound. So overlooked prep is how you treat people and watch their reactions. Yeah, yeah, I am a huge advocate for people watching somebody on what they do by themselves when they don't think anybody's listening or watching them interact with other people. uh, People tend to, and I'm not saying you specifically, but people tend to put on a mask, and they tend to try and alter to make you happy. But they're going to go to somebody else and they're going to be a little bit different person. They're going to go over to family and they're going to be a little bit different. They're going to go to a coworker or somebody that's a friend and they're going to act and say things a little bit different. But to watch people and see if they take the cart back from going shopping for groceries. If you just leave the cart in the middle of the parking lot, I'll give you a real big hint: you're not going to be invited in my mag. If you are that lazy that you can't put the cart back where it goes and be a good citizen right now, why would I trust you with lives of people that I love and care about when you can't even put a shopping cart away, right? Just one of world's little things. Let's see, who else do we got? Oh, Rabbit's here. Hello, Rabbit. Great to see you. Everybody's saying hello, hello, all the hellos and the good evenings. Let's see. Heading out to feed the bunnies supper. Excellent, excellent. Yes, things are getting close. Had an appointment today. Everything looks good. Good to hear. Excellent. Oh, little baby girls' heads are down. Man, we're all getting excited. Getting excited. Based is here. Hello, Based. Great to see you here. Everybody's gonna welcome you and watch right there. Hello, hello. Everybody's saying hello. That is right. Thank you, everybody. Don't have anything out there to expect eggs. Oof. Oh, that's right. You just got the bunnies. Just the bunnies. Let's see. Who else do we got? I would like to add a still to my preps. Booze would be a game changer in a crumbled society. Yeah, it would. It would. And not to mention, um, one of the things that you can do, because part of doing a still is to boil the water as the steam comes down and collects. That's desalinization, right? It's a way to make your water a little cleaner. You have to understand when it comes to water, right? That's one thing I would not play with. If you want my word of prepping advice for the tonight, do not mess around with water. In a grid down, zombies are roaming around, whatever the situation is, do not mess around with water. You need a bunch of water. You need clean, fresh drinking water. Don't just get lazy on day number two, like, if I just kind of filter it through my sock, it should be okay. You better darn well make sure 100%. Go day by day. I would do everything. I would filter it. I would chemically treat it. I would boil it. I would do everything to make 100% sure. Yeah, I'm going to use up a lot more preps, but uh, that's one thing I don't want to be taken out of is by bad water. So let's see. Okay, sit down time and cutting things up and getting them ready for the freezer. Oh, we got things going to freezer camp. We'll have to go over to Rabbit's house. That's right. Let's see. Make a still. You can get some blueprints and supplies. Yeah, if you're crafty. See, a lot of people make homemade stills. A lot of people assume they can build a campfire and they can't. Yeah, there's a lot of people out there that assume a lot of things. Don't just watch a video and be like, oh, that looks easy, or I used to do it when I was a boy or a girl scout as a kid, or this, that. Go out and prove it to yourself. Make sure you know how to do it. Yes, I loved Vision's fire starting class. I know how to start a fire, but I guarantee if you come over or you watch me or you do anything, the first thing I'm doing is I'm grabbing a big lighter. Why? Because it's the easiest, simplest, and most guaranteed way to start a fire. I'm going to do it. Every prepper is going to do it. And then if whatever reason that bit goes, I have another one and 10 more behind it and 50 behind that one. I have Bic lighters everywhere. But if they're all gone, I know that I can still do things because I practice. I still use, different methods. Am I a master at all of them? Absolutely not. Right? There's still some that I'm not comfortable with. There's still some that I still find a little tricky, but I'm going right. I'm working on things. Um, I'm not the best when it comes to magnification, and you have to be incredibly lucky, right? The sun has to be good, the sky has to be clear, you have to get the right angle, have a clean lens. Like there's a lot of things that line up, and I've only been able to successfully do it a handful of times, but something I'm still working on. So if you're stacking wheat berries and such, make sure that you have a grain mill too. Excellent, Rabbit. And that's right. That's right. And having a mill in order to make that stuff. Whether it's corn, right? There's probably a lot of people that's not going to be growing that much wheat in order to make bread. Let's say the apocalypse happens and it lasts for 5 years. I don't think the space to grow enough wheat to have bread daily, but I could probably grow enough corn, and I can take and use the corn flour to go through and make my stuff like that. I can make, different tortillas and tacos and, different uh, other things, right? You can make a corn chip and things like that. So, um, a mill is a very, very good thing to have. So, thank you, Rabbit. Good job on that. Let's see. Even more people didn't know how much wood it takes. Yeah, to keep a campfire all night. Yeah, yeah. There's a lot of people, and that's an extremely good test. Go get the three things that you need for a campfire, and then maintain it all throughout the night. It can't go out until the sun comes up. And I tell you, there's a lot of people that, unless you've done it and know, uh, it's almost a doomed to fail thing, right? They hear stories and they're like, oh, you've got to get a bunch of wood, and they will. They'll go get a bunch of wood, and then you sit there and you smile and you go, that's going to last you 4 or 5 hours tops. Like you're not going to get very far with all that. And they're like, what are you talking about? That's a huge pile of wood. Yeah, double it, right? Let's see. Grain mill away. Yeah, that's right. That's right. Very good. Very good. Everybody's giving out good advice. Son and the HVAC always has copper bendable tube laying around. Yeah, go make friends with these people, right? Find somebody that's in construction or HVAC or different other things. See if they have supplies just laying around, or that you can maybe buy real cheap. People have different wire or shingles or lumber or different things like that. Make friends, network, communicate. And you never know what the next thing that tomorrow is going to bring. That somebody has something that'd be awesome. Buffalo nickels. I have a whole tube of buffalo nickels. Our preps have enabled us to skip grocery runs when we're feeling lazy. Yeah, yeah, and we've done it here. It's been a little while. We had to not do that as much when little Roll was growing up because we needed fresh milk and things like that. But now that he's getting a lot older, yeah, I mean, we pretty much can go probably a month before we would probably have to break down and go buy him some juice or other things, which I'm working on. The grapes look like they're coming in. The blueberries, blackberries, raspberries, everything looks like it's going to come in. So worst comes to worst, I can make my own juice. So that's right. Rotate your preps. You tell them, JS. That is a very good one. Got my EDC flashlight from Opus giveaway. See, didn't cost you a dime. Didn't cost you a dime. Curb shopping, free 99. That's right, CJ. You tell them. That's another one. I would like a recommendation on homesteading reference I should have in my library. There's a bunch of them on there, but Praxis Prepper just put out a short video about his book where he went through and he published it. I think it's cheap too. I think it's under $20, but he was finding all these books with all these information pieces, and he was bringing the information and putting it into a binder, and then realized other people might want this information. So he took all that information and put it into one book, and then he released that book. So it's filled with all sorts of amazing stuff. But yeah, if you guys have any recommendations, let Emerald know. I thought 25 subs was bad. Been prepping for the last couple of decades for a family of 5 and made it 4 out of 5 years worth of stored goods. Yes. Yes, that's awesome. That's why I don't wait to start eating them until they're hungry. Kind of hard to misidentify a dandelion. Yes. Yeah, get out there if you are trying to do stuff. It doesn't matter if you're trying to forage, get out there and go pick something and eat it. Let's see. If you would like, hit that subscribe button. That's right. That's right. Amy has a homestead. If you have homesteading questions, Amy is more than happy if you can message her or join one of her live streams or anything along those lines. So that's right. Oh, we must be getting close on time. Oh, we're over on time. Chuck Norris doesn't worry about high gas prices because the vehicles run on fear. That's right. Above all, read your Bible. Even Chuck Norris does that. Amen. There you go. There you go. Don't worry about the subs. Just keep doing your thing. Yeah, there you go. Yes, cat's ear and thistle and prickly lettuce and dandelion. Yes. Yeah. Yeah. Well, the thing is just because you can't eat it doesn't mean that you can't use it for something. Something may have a medicinal purpose, or you may be able to use it as bait, or all sorts of things. So foraging is an amazing talent to be able to do. Hit 64 subs. Awesome. Family, we're doing a thrifty Christmas, nothing full price, new, and let's see, the thrift stores, yard sales, etc. No underclosed, gross. Those have to be I like the exceptions. Nice. Rice. That's right. Chuck Norris doesn't read the Bible reads to Chuck Norris. Yeah, that probably is true. That's probably true. When Chuck Norris looked into the abyss looked the other way. I'm in a little condo. I prep. Spare room is my pantry and gym. Excellent. See? Perfect. Perfect. That's right. Oh, there you go, Badger. Badger's good dude. Amy's been sharing everybody's channel, and Badger comes in and says, we're sharing out Amy's. I eat once a day. I have since I was 19. Good Lord. World did not become big and strong. I got told to eat my vegetables, and so I ate my vegetables until I got this big. So maybe I just need to back off the vegetables, right? Don't worry. That's right. Don't forget, canning season is coming. World just went and bought another pack of cans, jars, and everything. So Chuck Norris has a bear rug. It's not dead. It's scared, just like the rest. That's right. That's right. I watched Chris and Amy's live stream last night. Awesome people, and I fully agree. They are awesome people. Awesome people. That's right. Always been a people watcher. Yeah, I do. I love to just sit back and watch people. 0 eggs in the hutch. Let's see. Who else do we got? Learn how to make and distill. Yes. Yeah. Yeah, whatever. Now's the perfect time to do stuff. The people that get me, they're like, oh, there's nothing on. I'm bored and this and that. And I'm like, find something, right? There's something out there that you want to do. And if nothing happens, guess what? You have a still, and you can make different wines and liquors and different other things at home. And there you go, right? You're saving money and you're doing something with your time, and you have a really great, awesome skill that you can pass down to your children, because something may not happen in our lifetime. Maybe it'll happen in your children's or your grandchildren's or whatever. And the information and then preps and things that you're doing now, maybe you're not prepping for you. Maybe you're prepping for your kids or your grandkids or whatever. And you keep passing that knowledge and those preps, right? Firearms are an investment. For me, I'm not selling them anytime soon. when I go, hopefully little Rural will pick all of that all up, and he'll keep on adding to it and adding to it. Same thing with my precious metals and things. I'm not getting rid of any of that, not unless I absolutely have to. And it'll one day become his, and he'll have a huge starter collection, and hopefully nothing will happen in his lifetime, and he'll just add to it and add to it, and that's how you keep going. So the boogeyman looks under his bed for Chuck Norris. That's awesome. That's right. That's right. All the Chuck Norris. Yes. What about the Cadbury eggs? I asked Chuck Norris about prepping, and he said, "Ask Rural." I would love that. I can probably AI generate that though. That would be kind of funny, but let's see. Just retire our old, still been running liquor through it since 13. Can't get it to seal anymore, so time for a new one. That's awesome. Chuck Norris doesn't go hunting because the hunting implies that you might not succeed, and Chuck Norris succeeds. That's right. That's right. I'm about to learn fitness. This Dairy Queen ice cream cake in my mouth. I love Dairy Queen ice cream cakes. Prepared citizens, hello. Bic lighters are the way to go. Yes, yeah. And I tell you what, it doesn't matter. I've seen everybody from Les Stroud to Dave Canterbury to whatever, all these people that we see on TVs that are in all these shows, they will all tell you it doesn't matter, when it comes to it. If you can use the absolutely easiest way to do something, do it. Yes, I can start a fire by doing all this other fun, amazing stuff that, other people may not know how to. But if my life is going to depend on it, I'm grabbing a Bic lighter and lighting it, right? It doesn't matter on any of that stuff. If I'm going fishing because I'm running out of food, I'm going to grab the best fishing gear that I have. I'm not just going to run out there with a shoestring and a hook made from a Coke can or something like that. I'm taking a fishing pole and all the best gear that I can. You're always trying to get the best possible chance you possibly can. But there's a lot of people, I think, that miss that. So let's see. So great to see you, prepared citizen. You snuck in late on us. Have 10 or so 7-pack of Bic lighters sealed in the food saver bag right now. Very good. Very good. For me, the lens thing has been a thing for decades. Just takes time to learn. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I've done the bow drills and all the other stuff. And, some things I'm more comfortable than others. There's trying to think of which methods I haven't tried. Grit and Grace is here. Hello, Grit and Grace. Let's see. How far am I in the chat? Oh, my goodness. I'm that far. Teresa, great to see you here. 4 pages in the comments and the Chuck Norris. That's right. I am way behind. And we're almost 10 minutes over. So that's right. I am nowhere close to the end. I had to scroll past a lot of stuff. And no, it is not a 2-hour live. I am tired and I have a whole bunch of other ones. So Brooke is here. Brooke Trout 1. Hello. Great to see you here. And Katrinka, wonderful to see you. I am so happy I went a little over because I got to see some fun people. So that's right. That's right. Cotton ball, ash, and 2-piece of fat wood. That's right. Instant fire starter. Hopefully I'm going to be able to go through and do some really fun stuff as things warm up and whatnot. And it's just been a busy time trying to get all the stuff in the ground and work and little Rural trying to get out of school and all the fun stuff. But things are starting to calm back down. So, but I'm working on a bunch of things behind the scenes. So we'll see how everything goes. But before I do my 2-hour live, because we got to save things for next week, right? You guys spend your time with me and I greatly appreciate that. You could be absolutely anywhere else doing absolutely anything else, but you chose to come here and hang out, and I greatly appreciate that. It's always a fun time. Everybody in the chat is amazing. If you were lurking, you had to see it in the chat. All you had to do was say hello, and you'll have 5, 10, 20 people say hello back. So just come back. 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Please adjust accordingly for your time zone. Same time, same place, right here on YouTube every Wednesday. And with that, folks, keep on prepping, do your thing. I hope you have a great night, an amazing night, a blessed night. Stay tuned because there's more information to come. And with that, please remain united because we're all prepping in this together. Good night, folks.